talking goalies here, may as well get into a little Vezina Trophy odds because, like we said, this is one of the more wide open fields right now, and this is the current odds, or at least as of last night when I made the graphic. Logan Thompson currently a favorite at plus 200. These are courtesy of FanDuel. Ilya Sorokin plus 300. Spencer Knight plus 800. Andrei Vasilevsky, who should be returning to the lineup tonight, plus 950. Jeremy Swayman is 10-1. Hellebuck and Shesterkin and Jesper Wallstead 14-1. Two of those names we thought would be at the top of the list at this point. Not the case. Scott Wedgwood 33-1. Jake Ottinger 33-1. Mackenzie Blackwood 40-1. Lucas Dostal 50-1. Darcy Kemper 65-1. Brandon Bussey is 80-1. Sergei Bobrovsky, Jet Greaves 100-1. Linus Olmark 150-1. And Yaroslav Askarov 150-1. There's other guys in that range too, but I just cherry picked a few names for some of those longer shots there. For me, when I look at this, Logan Thompson doesn't feel like a Vezina Trophy winner. You know what I mean? Like, it's just maybe a gold medal backstopping Canada will, sparkle up that resume a little bit more. We're going to get to the Team Canada roster projections here in about 5 minutes. But he just doesn't, the Capitals kind of get overlooked. Like, to me, if I was going to pick somebody on the left, yes, Connor Hellebuck can still, rally and take the award if he comes back and all of a sudden Winnipeg starts winning and hangs with the top teams in that division. The Rangers all of a sudden start figuring out a way to score at home and give Shesterkin goal support. Maybe he could rally, but the guy on the left I'm looking at is Vasilevsky at plus 950.
Yeah, that's pretty good value there. You know exactly what you're getting from Andrei Vasilevsky, right? He's dealt with a little bit of couple of injuries here and there that's slowed him down. The two players that really strike me here with a lot more, Jeremy Swayman being one. The Boston Bruins are a surprising team, I would say. Like, they're getting the results. It's not perfect all the time, but Swayman's been a big part of that. Their offense is what it is, but Swayman has been really good. And I think he can be, if he can continue to string this together, help his team get to the top, continue to put up some pretty good numbers, he can at least challenge Logan Thompson for that spot. The other player I would get, and again, 14-1, just absolute wild here. Igor Shesterkin needs more credit. He's keeping this team afloat, at least, no matter where. Yeah, listen, no matter where they are, Igor Shesterkin plays well. He plays well at home. He's even better on the road, but the whole team is better on the road. So there's definitely value there. He's going to be the workhorse of the Rangers. They go as far as he goes, right? If the offense can't score, that means you're going to play a lot of close games. You cannot give up goals, right? You're just basically your back's up against the wall every time. I did think it was interesting to see Scott Wedgwood at 33-1. The only reason I don't think he has a legitimate chance, he's probably going to split starts with Blackwood.
The Avalanche goalies cancel each other out. To me, they're not even a consideration.
They do. They cancel each other out. It just, like, unfortunately for them, it's going to be a thing where people look at the Colorado Avalanche and go, well, look how dominant they are, both offensively and defensively. It's the same thing for Wallstead there. I mean, he's just not going to play enough with Philip Gustafsson there. You could run both of them, and it kind of hinders a little bit of their opportunities. I think Ilya Sorokin is a candidate to probably win it if he could keep the Islanders where they are, push them for maybe if they get one of those top 3 division spots. Just plus 300 doesn't seem like that great of a value, which again is probably fair because he has been good. Spencer Knight was the other one, but I mean, if Chicago isn't, like, Chicago would be a lot worse without him, but I feel like sometimes the voters take into consideration if your team makes the playoffs, which I think is irrelevant. But Spencer Knight has definitely played his way into the conversation. It's just, he's not going to get a look because he's in Chicago.
It's going to be interesting to see who gets that last goaltending spot for Team USA between Swayman and Knight, because Hellebuck and Ottinger, you 1-2. Now, speaking of Ottinger, 33-1, he's on that right side. I mean, I know Dallas maybe down the stretch, and they've got a good team in front of them, so maybe that hurts Ottinger a little bit, but they'll probably end up not splitting starts, but down the stretch, they'll give DeSmith a little bit more of the workload to try and keep Jake fresh for the playoffs. But looking on the right side, if Brandon Bussey is 11-1, I think was going into last night's game, 80-1 on a good team, nobody's gonna, be like, oh, we got to play Freddie Anderson, or we got to play Kochetkov. Like maybe he, with the way Matthew Schaefer's playing, it might be tough for a guy like Bussy to get the Calder, but at 80-1 on a really good team, the way he's playing, if he continues to play close to this level, I would look at that.
He has to start more games. And the minute that, like, the problem for the Carolina Hurricanes is that they're winning games. So that's like the Freddie Anderson experience. I think we can all agree that that needs to end. And the quicker it ends, the better the Hurricanes are going to be. I think this comes down to a kind of Kochetkov Bussy kind of split a little bit. And unfortunately, the 3 goalie rotation does, like, it's not good for any of the goalies. It's not good for the team. Nobody wants to do it, but Bussy needs to start more. Maybe he fizzles out a little bit, but the run that he is on is exceptional. And yes, he's playing in front of a very good team. I get it. But so is Freddie Anderson. So at some point, you have to give the player credit. And just the way he got there as well, right? Guy nobody really wanted, waiver pickup because they needed somebody. And, here he is. That Bussy, by the way, like, his addition doesn't happen without the Toronto Maple Leafs claiming Caden Primo. So think about how the Maple Leafs, through all the faults that they have, that's how Brandon Bussy gets there. Imagine it goes the other way. Let's say the Leafs don't claim him, and then I don't know, they need somebody to, get in the crease there, and Bussy in Toronto may have given the Leafs the jolt that they need. But
if he went to Toronto, yeah, now those Vezina odds shorten real quick the way he's playing lately in that market. But also looking at that side, like Lucas Dostal, I think that's more of a Joel Quenneville Coach of the Year situation in Anaheim because they did make some upgrades. And yes, Dostal's playing much better. He's playing really well. He is the number 1 guy there. Mrazek and Husso can figure out who the backup is between the two of them. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, Vasilevsky is probably the one that's probably my favorite on the list there. As much, and I know I came into the year, I was banging the drum for Igor Shesterkin to win the Vezina, and that's still very possible. But until the Rangers figure out how to score goals at home, that's not happening.
They may never figure it out.